Hello. So I'm making this video to show people how to change the pressure switches on a 2007 through 2013 Acura MDX. This is actually the 2008 model here. And there's been a lot of forums that have been talking about how to change the switches on the Acura TL, but nothing for the MDX. I just wanted to show this so that people could see how to do it. So as you can see, I've got three different parts here. These are the three different switches. These are the part numbers. We're looking at 28600 RKE004, 28610 RKE004, and that's another 28600. So there's two that are the same and one that's different. I believe the one that's different is the third gear, and the other two are fourth, but I don't know, there's debate about that. So basically what you want to do is jack up the car, take off the tire and wheel, and then I just took the fender liner out because it's just easier to pop all the snaps out and get it the hell out of the way. And basically you've got a straight shot at this one here. You can see that hole right back there in the back. That is where the first sensor comes out of, and I've just taken that one out. You can see it here. So this is just a pressure switch, I guess, that communicates to the transmission. When the transmission reaches different PSI in different parts of the manifold, I believe it allows it to change gears, tells the computer, to shift at certain times. And apparently these switches wear out over time. I'm not sure how, but anyway, a little backstory. I've done multiple fluid changes and had the computer software updated, but I'm still having the same issues with really shitty shifting. The car's never shifted properly for me since I've owned it, and this is my kind of last attempt to make it shift properly. So I'm replacing that switch there. Basically you just gotta pull this harness off. It was connected back in there. So you gotta kind of just reach in there with your hand and unplug it. And then you put the new one in, and you want to torque it down to 14 foot-pounds, according to Acura. So I will come back when I have the other locations identified. Okay, so I wanted to show where the second pressure switch is located. I removed the air box and rubber bellows that connects it, and just for the record, the single switch, which is the part number 28610, so there's three in total. There's two that are the same and one that's different. The one that's different is the lower one, and the other two go on the top side of the transmission. So the first one's located here, and you can just see it down in here. Let's see if I can point to it. So it's located right down there. I'm sure I'm in the shadow here, but so this is it here, and it's got the connector on it still, but this one's going to be a little bit of a pain to get to because I've got this manifold here that's in the way, but it looks like it's doable. It's not too bad, maybe under that wiring harness. So I'm going to tackle that one now, and from what I understand, the second one is somewhere under the intake manifold. So I'll be back to show the third. Okay, so that was a bitch. And there it is, the bright silver part there, the new switch. I could not get the 7/8 deep socket, which this is an oxygen sensor changer. Oxygen sensor socket, but I could not get that underneath the wiring, even though I removed this nut on this bracket and took the bracket off just to make it kind of loose down there so that I could at least work around it. But the manifold for the ABS, I believe that is, wouldn't allow me to get the socket down in there, so I just used a box wrench, open-ended wrench, to just turn it from the top, and I just kind of snugged it up to what I believe is roughly 15 foot-pounds. So on to the next. That one was a pain in the balls. Okay, so third one. Apologize for the light, but it's pretty dark. The third one is just straight behind and down under this box and under that coolant hose. It's hard to see, so right from the throttle body, just below the throttle body, so you don't have to mess with any of the intake cover or any of that garbage. So I'm going to try to bring the phone down here so you can see. But the last one is under that coolant pipe. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know if you'll even be able to see it. It's down in there. Not a good angle. Maybe if I stick the phone down in here, you can see it. So, jeez, freaking cell phone's too big. Anyway, if you can see where my finger's pointing, it's right down under this coolant line, down underneath. You can kind of see the end of it where my finger is. It's there, so you can see the white plastic part where the connector plugs in. But there's so much crap in the way you can't really see it, but there it is there. It's kind of buried down in there, but not terrible. Actually, it's easy to do by feel. A lot easier than this one straight down beneath me here was. So anyway, those are the three. The top two were the same part number, and the bottom one in the wheel well down toward the bottom of the transmission was its own part number. So 3 in total. We'll see how it goes.